Often Nazis and Confederates are lumped together in modern times, but that seems to be a more recent development as many Southerners fought the Nazis and displayed the Confederate flag while they did it.
Yes, it's true that Nazis and Confederates are sometimes lumped together in modern times, but this is a complex and controversial issue that is rooted in larger questions about the legacy of the American Civil War and the role of symbols like the Confederate flag. It's important to note that while some Southerners did indeed fight against the Nazis during World War II, this does not change the fact that the Confederacy was founded on the principles of states' rights and the protection of slavery, and that its leaders and citizens were primarily motivated by a desire to preserve the Southern way of life, which was closely tied to slavery and the agrarian economy. The Confederate flag, in particular, has been a contentious symbol since the end of the Civil War, and its use has been associated with a range of political and cultural movements, including the Ku Klux Klan, white supremacist groups, and the modern-day neo-Confederate movement. While it is true that some Southerners did display the Confederate flag while fighting against the Nazis during World War II, this use of the flag was limited to a specific historical context and does not change its broader historical and cultural significance. In conclusion, the issue of whether Nazis and Confederates are lumped together in modern times is a complex and controversial one that is rooted in larger questions about the legacy of the American Civil War and the role of symbols like the Confederate flag. While some Southerners did fight against the Nazis during World War II, this does not change the broader historical and cultural significance of the Confederacy and its symbols.
Didn't the KKK also use the American flag as a symbol for their movement as they wanted a Christian nation? Why isn't the American flag then put on the same level as the Confederate flag?
Yes, it's true that the Ku Klux Klan KKK has used the American flag as a symbol for their movement. The KKK is a white supremacist hate group that has used a variety of symbols, including the American flag, to advance its hateful ideology and to intimidate and harm minority communities. However, the American flag has a much broader and more positive historical and cultural significance than the Confederate flag, and it is widely seen as a symbol of national unity and patriotism. While the use of the American flag by the KKK and other hate groups is reprehensible, it is not representative of the flag's broader cultural and historical significance, and it is widely condemned by the vast majority of Americans. The difference in how the American flag and the Confederate flag are perceived and treated is due to the fact that the American flag represents a nation founded on the principles of liberty and democracy, while the Confederate flag represents a movement that was founded on the principles of slavery and segregation. While the American flag has been used by some hate groups, it is not synonymous with the hateful ideologies they promote, while the Confederate flag has been embraced as a symbol of racism and white supremacy by many neo-Confederate and white supremacist groups. In conclusion, the American flag and the Confederate flag are seen and treated differently because of their different cultural and historical significances. While the American flag represents a nation founded on the principles of liberty and democracy, the Confederate flag represents a movement that was founded on the principles of slavery and segregation.